All right, so the first one we're going to do is number 1. Remember, you're going to circle what you're looking for, underline what you're given. All that still comes into play. You're going to write your notes on the left-hand side. So it says, what is the frequency of violet light with a wavelength of 408 nanometers? Now, again, we said this. They use nanometers because it's so small. You're going to see what it is going to be in meters. You're going to see why nanometers is a little bit more logical. So I am looking for my frequency. You put that as a question mark. It gives me a wavelength. Remember, that's lambda. It looks like an upside down Y. It says my wavelength is 408 nanometers. And I know once I see this, if I have a wavelength, I have a frequency, the other letter that it's not going to mention that you have to remember is there is C. C is speed of light. C is a known. It's always going to be the same number. 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. We have an issue with this and this. You can't use 3 times 10 to the 8th unless your wavelength is in meters. And right now it's in nanometers. Very easy to convert though, because I gave you the conversion at the top. So I'm just going to go up here to show you how you would convert that. I'm going to use my tic-tac-toe board. So 408 nanometers. Nanometers goes on the bottom, meters on the top. 10 to the 9th nanometers in 1 meter. So I'm going to divide and get 4.08 times 10 to the negative 7th meters. So you see that that's really small. That's why they're using nanometers here, because that number is just so small. Okay, so now all my units check it out. Meters match, meters match. This is going to be in second to the negative first, or hertz, whichever one you want to do. Then I'm just going to solve. So there's 2 things you can do. This is the general equation. C equals lambda V. Lambda nu. If you want to just plug your numbers in there and divide or multiply as needed, you can. Remember that you can also use this triangle, like the density triangle. And if this is here, and this is here, and this is here, you can figure that out, that if you're solving for frequency, it's going to be C over the wavelength. I do not care which one you use. You should get the correct answer either way. So when I plug my numbers in, it's going to be 3 times 10 to the 8th over 4.08 times 10 to the negative 7th. Remember, when you divide that in your calculator and you plug it in, you use the second E button. And you use parentheses, and you should get 7.35 times 10 to the 14th. Second to the negative first, or hertz. Either one is fine.